Your season starts now.
Sure, and I ain't
Kick off your week by installing your game plan. An offensive and defensive game plan has been pre-selected based on your weekly opponent's tendencies. You can change your game plan anytime before starting. Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Panthers going up against the Broncos. With that, I'm proud to introduce our new Madden broadcast team for 2016. Making their regular season debut, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, it is indeed an exciting night for all of us on the Madden team, and after a long offseason, we are ready for some football here in Denver. Tonight, we kick off a new NFL season with the opener for 2016 between the Carolina Panthers and the Denver Broncos. And what a spark in Week 1, a rematch of the Super Bowl, partner.
And thank you, schedule makers. What a great way to kick off the season. These two getting back at each other. Denver, they did it all with defense last year. Now we want to see if they can...
So we drop you into Week 1 of the 2016 season. First drive of the game, fresh beginnings here. Let's see what this offense can do. Time running out here on the play clock. And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So we drop you into Week 1 of the 2016 season. First drive of the game, fresh beginnings here. Let's see what this offense can do. They come out here in the eye. Now in his 9th year, here's Jonathan Stewart. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Have they come up with a nickname for just Jonathan Stewart? Remember when it was double trouble when he's run with D'Angelo Williams in Carolina? But boy, what a year he had in 2015.
Yeah, it was just 11 yards shy of 1,000, so close, but kind of stepped out of that shadow, didn't he?
Certainly did, and gave the Panthers a real identity running the ball.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a play fake here on first down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's Chris Harris with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other
Still nothing here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming.
Let's go!
On third down, Lynch. A dump off to Anderson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up fourth down.
one hallmark of good defenses.
Time for an early game drive here as they look to hopefully set the tempo for the remainder of the game to come. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw on second down is Newton. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And the first drive, 3. Zone situation forthcoming as this defense will need to step up here. 1st and 10. Ball at the 19. They'll come out in the pistol. 1st down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
In the backfield is Anderson. And they'll give it to him here. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Lynch to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Coney Ely in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So on fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So as it turns out, that sack does not wind up costing him, at least in terms of getting points. They get 3.
Yeah, once you see your quarterback go down the backfield, you think, uh-oh. But fortunately for them,
second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. From the gun on third down, it's Lynch. And Fowler's got it. There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Benny Fowler. Down here in this first half as we get you back out to the action. They go play action here on first down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On first and 10, Newton. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Stewart on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On second down, they run with Stewart. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Five yards to gain here on third down. Newton gives off to Stewart. And they'll go back. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. And Gano's kick is right through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Certainly their offense has sputtered here a little bit in the first half as they finally do get on the board, but they only have 3.
Well, at least it eases the frustration a bit, doesn't it?
Points have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the third quarter. Defenses have reigned supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on third down? Let's find out.
Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. From the gun, it's Lynch. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
Here's Lynch. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Emmanuel. On for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27. Yard line. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. On second down, Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Nice production there from the former undrafted free agent C.J. Anderson.
And teams...
Handoff comes to Anderson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A fake to Anderson. Now it's Lynch. Finding time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Coney Ely in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Denver. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here comes the defensive unit for the Broncos. They trot back out there. And in a tight ball game like this, the defense looking for a stop. You kind of, whether you're the offense or the defense, you don't want to be the one to screw this thing up.
No, not at all. And right now, you've got to figure that the offense is thinking to themselves, if you just get us the ball, we'll make things happen for you. Just help us out a little bit. And that's what the defense has to have in mind as they trot out here for this series.
Yeah, right now the offense. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, With a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They come out here in the eye. On second down, Lynch backing up. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch. Charles Johnson. He's the one that got to him.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. Now it's Lynch. And this is going to be incomplete. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-. Time to jump back in. This defense already 2 scores down. Points here would certainly make their road back a tough one.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
After the interception, here's Lynch. A dump off to Anderson. Oh, no, he lost the football.
That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go. Blue 90.
Lynch looking to throw on second. This will be caught just inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. There he goes left side. He's at the 50, the 30. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
This defense already down on the scoreboard here in a one-score game. They need a stop. They need a quick stop. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us.
Not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Getting down to the nitty-gritty. Defense looking for a stop. Offense needing points. Let's find out what happens. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down.
Here we go now. Green 39.
They run it again with Anderson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Third down, still 14 yards left. They come out here in the eye. Third down now. It's C.J. Anderson. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll come on for his fifth kick of the night. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Ginn. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own. Denver getting set to take the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. They will take the knee, and it means a great start to their 2016 campaign, a win here in Week 1. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL.
So possession belonging to the Carolina Panthers. And this is the very first drive of the game. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Second and 10. Newton again. And this one brought in by a man who missed all of last year, Kelvin Benjamin. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up second down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Throwing on third down, Newton. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So it's third down, ball inside the red zone, and this defense looking to get the stop they need. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. On third down, Gabbert. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up Ford. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And Dawson's kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this third down situation?
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. From the 50, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. From the gun on third down, Newton. And that is incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelton. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to happen.
This offense, they've got a really nice drive going, and now it's first and goal. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Aaron Lynch in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on first and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, first and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone. Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's third and goal. So third and goal, Stewart. Calling no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Gano's kick is right through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3.
Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun on third down, Kaepernick into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
And the Panthers coming out now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one, too.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Out of the gun, Newton. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Second down following the run. This is Stewart again. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando where we... never mind, Larry, forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the third quarter of action already. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Cam Newton's got his Panthers in the red zone as they look to cap off this drive with points. Now a first down throw for Newton. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ahmad Brooks in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take
into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there. down situation coming up in the third quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that third down into fourth. From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to go up top again, and that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. It's a third down situation in the fourth quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. A shotgun snap for Newton. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Aaron Lynch. And he'll get this back. Hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on fourth. Now Kaepernick, gotta have this one. And that is incomplete. Chip Kelly trying to push the envelope here, but it doesn't pan out. It's a third down situation in the fourth quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing on third down, Newton. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll check on his status when we get back. On first down, it's Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Jonathan Stewart, his 20th carry. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Here's Newton. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And a big turnover. Developing situation here. Following the interception, a golden chance for points as the offense is back out there with a 1st and goal to go. Carolina getting set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was,
and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And we certainly know that Cam Newton can do just that. He had 10 rushing touchdowns last year and a nice one there.
And it wouldn't surprise me if one day that number got up to 20 if they so chose because of his...
It's a two-score game in the fourth quarter. Onside kick coming up, and the kicking team desperately needs the football. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it. It's a third down situation in the fourth quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. It's a third down situation in the fourth quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Again on the ground with hardest pain. He needed two, he got one, and that's going to leave him with fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a 43-yard attempt. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room.
Hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on fourth. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Panthers are going to get it back in... It's a third down situation in the fourth quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the... Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Carolina, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.
Select to scout this player and unlock his best skill. Use this information during the draft to make each skill unlocked will cost you scouting points. Spend as many as you can each week, as a portion of your unused points will be lost.
Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to get better? I'm ready to work today. You ready to work? You ready to work? All right, then let's see it. Let's get out there and do it.
This one is for gold.
Now that's what I'm talking about, fellas. I don't know what happened between last week and this week, but today was a great practice. And this coaching staff is loving it. You guys consistently do that, and I see a lot of victories in our future.
There's people here that I just met, but we're acting like we go back. It's 3 a.m., but we ain't done yet. Trying our best to make it last. Freedom running
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Vikings going up against the Panthers. With that, let's get up to Charlotte, North Carolina, as we bring in our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It's hard to believe this place first opened 20 years ago in 1996. Bank of America Stadium, that's where we're at in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape...
No score just yet in this first quarter of action, but we have the offense in the red zone as they've got it here 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. And his throw here's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
4 down, 4 down.
Draw play, Newton to Stewart. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
I have to admit, this statistic surprised.
Zone situation brewing. This defense on their heels a little bit as they get set to defend a 1st and 10 with the ball at the 16. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And Rudolph has it left side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Bridgewater gets to Peterson on the draw. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's funny, isn't it? Oftentimes when we get with these offensive coordinators, they always talk about the word balance. Well, sometimes you take balance, just throw it out the window. Sometimes balance is using what keeps working, and that's what they were doing, throwing the football.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. On fourth down, here's the Saints rookie kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal try. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. A nifty punt return has this offense already in the red zone. 1st and 10, first play of the drive. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Now they pitch it. It's Stewart. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Sharif Floyd makes the stop.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
On 3rd down, Jonathan Stewart. Oh, nice move. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely to start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down the defense's pressure, because if you just throw it all the time, they're just going to tee off with the pass.
Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch.
So off is Bridgewater, on the kicker Blair Walsh on 4th down. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and this game will remain tied here in... Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet.
Just over 90 seconds to go in the first half. The offense with a football, but they have it in their own territory. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passes, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless. Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
2nd and 10. Newton again. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rush.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will push the lead up to 5. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the... Points have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the 3rd quarter. Defenses have reigned supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on 3rd down? Let's find out. Newton turns and hands to Stewart. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. They're going to run. This is Stewart. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
If he indeed...
Points have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the 3rd quarter. Defenses have reigned supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on 3rd down? Let's find out. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. This offense does have the lead. Decent amount of time on the clock, and the defense has all 3 timeouts. So can the offense manage things and milk this clock away? It's time to find out. They come up in an offset eye. This is Stewart. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. To throw on second down is Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
Here's Stewart. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Here's Mike Cyphers now as he's on to punt for Carolina.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. We get a look. This defense now trying desperately to hold on to this fourth quarter lead, but to do it, they've got to keep this offense out of the end zone. Back to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tense spot here for this offense. A field goal would tie, a touchdown would win it, but they've got to move that football. Good news for them, they do have all 3 timeouts remaining. Again, we'll see the pistol here. He's back to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drive.
So 2nd and 10 here. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.